Great. Hello, Mike Karg here. I'd like to welcome all the Modern Salon viewers, the Product Club viewers, of course, and then the Karg Inc. viewers from Facebook Live here that we're doing. We're here live from the International Salon and Spa Expo, the ISSC, in Long Beach, California, and I would like to introduce you quickly what Product Club and myself, Karg Inc. has created. We have come together, Product Club and Karg, and made a joint venture on, I created for them 3 different pairs of shears, which I'm going to introduce you in a second, and 9 accessories. Really cool stuff for the hairdresser, gears and tools. And what we did as well, Product Club created an app, and on that app, various things of all the color stuff and all the things they're already selling and known for. There's now the Karg haircutting system. So it's a full circle thing. Everybody that knows me, my company's based on education, so is Product Club motto as well. They're based on education. That's why we found each other and created that. So I'm gonna go straight back into it here. We, by the way, first of all, finally have white capes again. So there it is, PCK, Product Club Karg. Say hi, Nicole, to everybody. Hi. So there we go. And what we have done as well is, it's a super light material, and it's a little bit bigger than normal, and it has these really cool white snaps. And I'm actually going to use it right away now and start demoing you one of my signature haircuts, which are long layers. Everybody that knows me, they know how big of a fanatic I am about layering hair. Reason very simple actually is I believe it's one of the most common work we do in a salon, and I have a very simple layering technique, and I'm going to share with you a little bit from it. What is also utmost important is when you actually purchase a shear from either Product Club or myself, you receive a code. That particular code, when you once download the Product Club app, you can put in, and then you get free education. And that's really great. And with the Karg cutting system you can do it on wet and dry hair. My thing is dry hair, but you can do it on wet and dry hair. And what the cutting system is about, it shall be an inspiration, meaning it'll get you started. The great thing about it is you can add your own tricks, your own things that you personally like into the system, incorporate the thing and make it your own. And that is what is utmost important, okay? So we're gonna start off here, put the weight on both legs, you know how it works. So what we also have done here is we have done a really simple, cool spray bottle. Okay, I'm giving a very light mist over it. I'm also doing that because it's a little staticky, so it's just kind of like take the static out, but as you can see, her hair is dry. Very simple. And we designed 3 different combs, and this is actually my favorite comb out of them. So it's heat resistant, and it's from the left to the right. It has the same gapping with a big hook, and I like that a lot. So it's not smaller on one side and wider on the other side. We have those too, but me personally, I like the one that's from the left to the right, has the same gapping. And we made it in white as well. Everything is kind of white, so kind of have a clean, nice. So we're starting this off here in the center, as you can see. And then this is one of the 3 shears we designed. So this is the PCK cut. It's a 6-inch precision blade, a regular haircutting shear precision blade. But check this one out. Here, with the signature bent thumb, which I have on all of my shears as well. And the reason why we're having a bent thumb here, it's actually more comfortable, plus also for people who do not have the thumb on the bottom, who flip their hands around and cut with the thumb on top. It's really super comfortable. And also it lets you actually lower the elbow too. Okay, so here we're starting off in the center back here, very simply. And I always love to press hair against the back or the nape. So in this case, it's the back. So here I have a white cape because I have a nice contrast. So particularly if you have dark hair on a dark cape, it camouflages into it. So this is really great. So we're combing everything straight down, and I just press here with the back of my hand here, very simply. I press it down and I cut on the bottom straight through. Okay? What you can also do, of course, is you can take, for instance, the comb and just simply cut below the comb. Or if you want to, you can also hit the outline a little bit and point cut like this into it. So there is like various ways on doing it. The whole idea about it is here is zero elevation, just straight down. And the nice thing is you cut on a white comb, so cape, so you have a lot of contrast to it. Okay. Same thing on the like we're moving on here to the sides. I'm just pressing it down here like so. So with the back of my hand, as you can see here, and here we connect, and then do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Very simple. There you go. And then once here, you have everything cut here, zack, all on one length. So now we're going to turn her around. Now we're going to turn the cape around as well. Name. So.
How long is the comb? Do you know how long that comb is?
How long? That's a great question. 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 5 inches or something.
Okay.
I think it has a good length to it that you can actually, considering, you know, for my fingers, and I think I have a regular size finger, so you can comb nicely up and hold it well in the hand, so it gives a nice separation. And don't have the other combs here. Maybe you should try to get those, and then I can introduce. Just give me one quick second.
There's our model. We're going to go down and just take a closer look at some of the shears. And Mike is we're at the Long Beach Beauty Show at the Product Club to show you this great new partnership, the Product Club Cutting System by Karg. Thank you for holding. Here we go.
So, got all the information here. Got also the other tools as well. So, here we are. We got 3 combs. So we have a 9-inch comb, and then we have 2 8-inch comb.
Great.
Good. Glad I was able to answer that question. Usually I get asked how long a scissor is. I never get asked how long a comb is. And hey, if I haven't mentioned it, 6-inch. So why 6-inch? It's kind of like the perfect in between. And I kind of also looked at it in my shear design as well. And the 6-inch is a really good one. And I try to motivate hairdressers to go a little bit longer with the blade. When I started well over 30 years ago, my shear blade, and I'm sure everybody that comes from that past of like the mid-80s, the shear blade is very small, or was very small. And sorry, you just can't get anything done. So I like to be efficient and fast, and I also take a little bit larger sections than regularly. My sections are not anymore a half a millimeter, a centimeter, so they are a little bit longer or a little bit wider, bigger, and so therefore works well and with a longer blade. So just to kind of like explain that. So here. We're going to section off her hair quickly, and then what we did as well is we designed some really cool clips with it. And the great thing about these clips here, it's double color. It has a silicone inside, so they don't slip. Okay, so even if you do color, by the way, great. But it's talking to me, and I'm just kidding. So it doesn't slip on wet and dry hair. Because again, I try to motivate wet and dry hair for everybody, and that's completely entirely up to you. I am personally a dry hair cutter because I think majority of hairdressers do finish dry hair, and so we put the system to it. Okay, so here is one of my favorite techniques. It's the bangs, the fringe, the pony. It's the first thing you see, very important, one of my favorite hair accessory. So here I have a great technique. As you can see here, she wears her hair slightly off-center. It's not quite in the middle, slightly off-center. So we're just gonna grab here a triangle section, and you can decide on this triangle section, and whoever has seen me on my cutting videos or on my YouTube channel or whatever, I always work with that triangle section, because that triangle section is a no-brainer. It always works on majority of the textured hair. And you decide on how big you want to have that triangle, and that's how you determine how big your bangs are going to be. Okay, so here you take that triangle out like so. Nice slice. You can again decide how big you want that. So you can see one side is a little wider than the other, but if you pull them up to say, if you pull them up at the bows here, it's exactly the same width, but one side is more hairy than the other. Okay, so here we are, combing the hair. Let's get you a little sideways so they can see it well, like that. And I'm doing it now while she's standing. Of course, in a salon you can have them sit down. I comb the hair straight out. I level my hands to where the part is, 45-degree finger angle, and cut here very clean, straight up. And now let go, and then here, this is always what you're creating. And now, this is just a bang, a pony that is just very fashionable. That is, need to plug it in quickly, sorry for the shaking. Okay, good, all good. That is a bang that is very, very youthful. Well, trendy, yeah, but it's trendy. It's not like it always works.
Oh, okay.
It always works. You know, I don't think there is a bang being in and not in. So it's bangs are always happening. Right now we see more of a curtainy kind of a thing, of more of the 70s, and then the year before it was maybe more of like a rounded thing, more of a 60s vibe to it. To be honest with you, I don't think micro bangs will ever really come back in a completely trend, because it most likely looks good, or it does look good on a certain crowd, but this is just very, if you want to label it, generic. I work in 6 salons across the United States: Beverly Hills, Palisades, Memphis, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., New York, and Boston. So I go east to west and to south. And everywhere I go, people want good-looking hair. And this is good-looking hair. Might be not the most creative hair, but it works.
I would agree. Can you repeat?
And it makes a woman feminine. Makes her feel good, not weird. And that's what we're about.
Can you repeat the collaboration, the name, so everybody knows where to go for more information? We've got the Product Club Mike Karg cutting system, but you're calling it PCK?
Correct. Let me repeat that again. So Product Club and Karg joined forces. We created, which I have had already, so we put it on paper now, the Karg cutting system, in conjunction with 3 different pairs of shears and 9 accessories.
Awesome. Well, we're so grateful that you gave us this little sneak peek. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, beautiful model.
And we're going to sign off and see you soon, hopefully at the show. Thank you.